EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that.
And right away, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
1st and goal from the 6. For a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
He'll buy some time right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And now an audible here into something else. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. It's Rhodes. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Diggs, the motion man left. Back to throw here. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is Harris. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Flush to his right. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He's got his target. That's complete. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. An audible here to get a new look. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
Then tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. 20! And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So that about the shortest pass a quarterback can make, but it winds up going for a bundle.
Yeah, let's face it, in the stats, it sure looks like a heck of a throw, doesn't it? It's almost like in baseball when you get that little Texas leaguer that turns into a double. You would think that you hit it off the wall. Big-time play for him on a short little pass.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a short one to Gesicki. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. They'll set up a throw. And That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Bryce Behringer now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. And now they'll throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. That is quick. And now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. It looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rhodes. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on 3rd down.
Right there, hurt.
Hill going to go in motion right.
70 Rangers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
56.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And it is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Second and 9. And now here's a carry heading left. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Operating from the red zone now, Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get in! Touchdown, Buffalo! A great effort there with a 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Carlson on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is 2nd and 8. Now Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Cup 19. Panther 11. Panther Dragon 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And the Bills are going to recover. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And quickly, they get to the line.
19 Tiger.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Spencer. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Wise. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Rhodes. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2.
19 Lions.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. And a
analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, Allen flushed out right. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to...
Touchdown, Bills! 14-yard touchdown. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get over to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18, tight end. Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll try and throw for it here. This is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff looking right, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll pitch it out here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Gregory Rousseau, his 2nd sack of the night. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy, going for it at this stage in the second half, back in the shadow of your own goalpost. Explanation, please, Mr. Davis.
I'm not sure I'm going to give you a great one, but here's a thought that I had. I wonder if maybe instead of going for it with your offense and announcing your intent.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bills are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
19, 19 type, 19 type, ready.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll try again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Patriots get the football back. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Carlson on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turns. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll run here on 3rd and goal, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Carlson now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Comeback team. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60. Check smash. Check smash.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Pats are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Okay, ready?
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, check that. Streak. Go, Reed, go.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.